Good afternoon. I'm certified meteorologist Brandon Orr. We are expecting another day of rain on top of all of that rain that we had the last 2 days. Totals upwards of 25 inches across the Everglades the last 48 hours, upwards of 20 inches of rainfall in North Miami, which was that point of the highest rainfall between downtown Miami and downtown Fort Lauderdale. And we are in another threat for flooding again today. In fact, the Weather Prediction Center has put us in a high risk for flooding, a 4 out of 4 on the scale. That's about as high as it gets because it's even if we're not getting the same rainfall totals as yesterday, it's falling on top of ground that is already saturated. Plus, some of the flooding hasn't even receded yet. So that's why we have a high risk of additional flooding with several more inches of rain possible today. We have a severe weather threat today, too, including an isolated tornado possible into this afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on that. The flood watch does continue on Friday. I'm hopeful by the weekend the storms may not be eliminated completely, but at least they'll be a little more spotty and not as heavy. So here's the timing of today's threat. 2 p.m. Storms starting to build in from the west. You can see that line right on top of us about 5, 6 o'clock. Should be a pretty nasty evening commute. 8 o'clock still on top of us. So you can see why we're expecting flooding. Several hours of additional heavy rainfall. And then I'm hopeful as we get close to sunset, that line pivots down into the Keys and eventually offshore. But by that point, we've already totaled 3 to as much as 6 inches or more of additional rainfall. Add in the rain for tomorrow too, and you can see it becomes a little bit more widespread, that area of a half a foot of additional rainfall. That is a lot more rain on top of flooding that we already have ongoing. You can see how the rain chance decreases for Father's Day down to 30%, so still going to get a few showers and thunderstorms, not as widespread. It's kind of back to normal Sunday through early next week. Our normal pattern, high temperatures will hover right around 90 degrees, so no excessive heat in the 7-day forecast. Updates on local10.com. I'll see you there.